This video is going to be about the avatar. My name is Maden. On my YouTube channel, I talk about inspiring ideas. After learning amazing lessons in my life, I share those amazing tips which I picked up along the way. Reminding you once again that the 100th YouTube subscriber will receive a free gift which I'll ship around the world for free. Today is quite exciting. This is my 300th YouTube video which I'm throwing up there. I'm posting out there. Exciting stuff, and I'm really motivated as a result. Right, let's jump right into it. The avatar. You know, a couple of months ago, I was a star assistant in a film, and I remember ever so clearly how amazing it felt. But one particular part of that day really remains etched to my memory. Now, to gain a proper view and to hear a proper perspective as to what went on that day, I put out 2 films back in roughly around February on this topic, about me being an extra in a film, a star assistant in a film. You can check me out. I'll put in the links down below actually, so you'll have no problem finding that. But the point that I wanted to mention about that day in particular is when I was the wife of one specific person in that film. And I remember ever so clearly how it was switched. My role as a wife was switched from one man to another. I was the wife of one man, and then I became the wife of somebody else. And I'll never forget that feeling of significance but insignificance at the same time. It was a kind of a conundrum, if you like. It was weird because the way my role was shifted within a second just to suit the right setting just made me really think about myself as, wow, all I really am here is just like a piece, like a prop on this movie. And because they felt that I wasn't 100% suited for this guy, because of how they wanted the scene to look specifically, they switched me to somebody else. I'll never forget that particular element of the day. I mean, I've written down about 200 different parts of that day, and I put out some of it in those 2 films. If you guys want to hear more about that day, please leave in the comments down below. So maybe I'll post more about what happened that amazing day when I was a star assistant, or extra in the film. But getting back to this particular point, when my role was changed from one man's wife to another man's wife, I remember at the time it was very surreal, and it reminded me specifically why we are basically like avatars. Obviously, I mean, to label ourselves as avatars will kind of give us away, so maybe we shouldn't label ourselves as avatars, but we are very much like avatars. We buy into this idea of who we are. We buy into what our status is like in our community. We buy into what our status is like in our neighborhood, in our role as what role we play in the job that we do, etc. When in reality, all it really is like an avatar. It's something which you label and you fix into, but it's not real. And you could change it if you want. You really could change it. You could decide tomorrow that you want to become a manager in a company, or you could change your vibration, your high frequency, to a higher frequency and become somebody of a much higher caliber. So that's something which I wanted to start off today's video talking about. I'm also going to talk about the fact that it's really exciting, and it's 300 videos I've put out since I started YouTubing in early June 2018. Exciting stuff. Also worth mentioning that recently I saw Aaron Doherty talk about this concept of where you put your focus. He says where you actually put your focus, whether it's your thoughts, or whether it's your status, or whether it is the people around you, or how you perceive the people around you, or how you don't perceive the people around you, It's all dependent upon you. You project what you feel inside. And if you're critical of somebody else and you criticize that person could quite easily pick up that you're not happy within. Because if you're happy within, you don't need to ever criticize anybody. If you're happy within, you can see the good in anybody, in everybody. That's the beauty of being happy within. As human beings, we tend to not realize that we all pick up on those of us who are unhappy. We pick up on it. We're not stupid. We'll pick up on somebody else much, much quicker than we'll pick up on ourselves, because we are so bought into this avatar which we have made ourselves believe in. We're just an avatar. We're just a projection of who we think we are. We think our ego defines us. We think our money defines us. We think how other people perceive us defines us. And it's just not so. And since I've been YouTubing now for over a year, I've noticed where a lot of my views came from. And I've noticed how I react to views. And I used to have like an expectancy in views. And ever since I've let go of that expectancy, I've seen my views increase. I've seen my subscribership increase, which is obviously all about the concept of letting go of the avatar, letting go of that fake image which we bought into for so many years. You're not your avatar. You're not your ego. You're not the status and the label that you were given by the people around you. And you could change it so quickly. Recently I was talking to somebody, and he said to me, I really have trouble forgiving people because they've really hurt me in my life, and as a result, I have difficulty forgiving. And I said to him, we've all been there. It's not something new. None of us has an easy ride here in this life. We take life is quite heavy. It's perceived to be very heavy, and it's something to work on. And you should know that nobody actually succeeds 100% at being forgiving to every single person in their life. But if you're not going to even work on it, and you're just going to say, "Oh, I can't forgive other people," what happened is going to remain etched in my memory forever. What happens in the process is that you effectively don't forgive yourself, and you're quite stuck within yourself. Now, I've spoken about this in previous videos, and I'm going to mention it again because it's really, really important to remember. And that is that when you are etched into your fight or flight mode, when you're etched into your ego mode, which is pretty much a fight or flight mode, and when you're etched into the mode of living in autopilot, everything's done autopilot, everything's caused to me, everything happens to me. People don't like me, but I'm good. I'm a victim. The typical one is I'm a victim mentality. I'm a victim. I suffered. I was hit by others. When you're etched into that reality, when you believe in that I'm a victim mentality, and you fall into it, you effectively become trapped in your own hell, in your own suffering. It might sound almost contradictory and almost ironic, but I do find that the people who have been through something very difficult in their life, and people who have all the right to be a victim, but they refuse to take on that victim label, I have found that and it's not just I say this, I've seen this from Tony Robbins, I've seen this from Aaron Doherty, I've seen this from so many, that people who refuse to allow a past label to be attached to them, and they then begin to say, I am not a victim, and I take what happened to me in the past as a lesson, as a good thing, these people tend to thrive. And these people tend to get off the ground. If you're in reactionary mode, if you consider your life to be the effect of somebody else, if you consider your life to be the effect of somebody else who is constantly in autopilot and who is constantly in the fight or flight mode, and all they did was hurt you because they knew they could get away with it. If you're defined by then you're effectively defined by a status within yourself which is killing you. It could literally kill you. It has been known and proven that people who are unforgiving, they end up dying from it. They get illnesses. It's been proven time and again that they get illnesses and they die from it. So remove the avatar. Try to define yourself and try to change if you want to. If you want to make more money, you could do that. There's lots of laws of attraction all over the internet, all over the YouTube. Lots of help with that. Don't believe you are defined by the label and by what your status is like today. And don't even believe that it's hard to change. And don't believe that you necessarily have to have a massive education to change. You don't even need an education to properly change. A lot of the ideas which we have incorporated in our minds is not actually true. You don't need an education, and it doesn't have to be hard to change. Obviously, getting an education is a great idea, it's a great thing. But if that's not something which you enjoy doing, don't do it. It's not for you. You need to change the avatar, and you need to perceive yourself how you want to perceive yourself. And remember, if somebody perceives you as bad, if somebody criticizes you, it's obviously their issue. You know, I've had people criticize me for being a victim. And if I would remain still etched in that reality of being a victim and consider, I've had people who literally hurt me because I was a victim. They consider my status a victim the reason for them to take advantage of me. And if I would still be friends with them today, and I would be etched in that kind of constant recurring reality, I would be a shadow of myself. So I've changed my avatar. You could do it too. I could assure you that you could do it too. That's my message today. One of confidence, strength, resilience, courage, and most of all, change. Because change could come from within. You could change your avatar. That's my message today. Today is the 300th YouTube video which I'm uploading today. I'm really excited about this. Reminding you once again that the 100th YouTube subscriber will receive that free gift which I will ship around the world for free. And if you like this video, please press the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please press the subscribe button. It's that easy. Pressing that subscribe button is really easy. And if you like this video, please share it away on social media, on WhatsApp, Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, LinkedIn, loads more. I know there's lots more. There's many more social media sites. Even SMS. SMS is still used today. Email. Share away. Share away. Feel free to share away. That's my message today. I look forward to seeing you in my 301st YouTube video and my 302nd and thereafter. We're going to go up to a few thousand. That I could assure you. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.